Sweet.
Gavin, we'll be doing the interview for the website, the news website called Terra.
Cool.
And first question is, Afterlife seems to be inspired by Nick Drake. Uh, it's somewhat different from the formula that brought you success. So can you talk a little bit about this and if it has anything to do with Nick Drake?
Nick Drake, not so much. No, I've listened to Nick Drake quite a bit, but I've not necessarily. I'll need to actually dig into if it is, but nah. What? So it came from a dream. So when I woke up one morning, I had a dream that it was the end of the world, and there was a tidal wave, which the artwork that I've put on the track for Afterlife is me sitting on a roof in my actual house. And yeah, I woke up and it wasn't the end of the world, which was lovely. And then I had a big amount of gratitude to everything. And then as gratitude comes and goes, after 2 days, I was like, back to the same thing. But I wrote the song about it that morning. But yeah, it's definitely a different. It was a nice start to the year because I was very excited that I got to release it in January because it felt like a nice breath of fresh air for me to release a song like that in January. So, and then there's more songs like that to come, I think, for the rest of the year.
Great, great. And since 2016, you have released an album every 2 years, right?
Yeah.
So what will it be like this year's record? Because
Oh yeah, this year, I mean,
one.
yeah, I mean, everything kind of changes every year. So, I'm definitely going to release a lot of songs this year, and then all the songs will eventually lead into an album with more songs. So I'm going to release 2 songs next month, and then a song in March. I might release a song in April, but then when it gets to June, July, and August, and everything else, I'm going to release a song every month. Because I think the way everything has changed now, I think, and I've pretty much for the last 3 years just been writing songs. So I've got too many songs to pick from, so I'm very excited to release as much as I possibly can, and then lead that into a record, and probably either at the end of the year or the start of next year. Either like if as records go, it's probably going to be February next year when I release and the next album, I'd say.
Awesome. Here we have a question asking about some paranormal experience you had at the beginning of your career. So could you talk a little bit more about that?
So that's on Wikipedia. I remember because I always get asked this question, and it's on Wikipedia. So this is how you can tell somebody went onto Wikipedia to do the research. So no, that never happened. When I was on Wikipedia, it says when I was 8 years old, I was in a rock band and we broke up because of paranormal activity. But I was 8. If I was in a rock band when I was 8, I couldn't play anything when I was 8. I could play the tin whistle when I was 8. But yeah, so that's a lot. That's on Wikipedia, which is not real. But I think that might be one of my friends because there's a couple of things on Wikipedia that's not real. I think it's one of my friends that keeps messing with it. You know what I mean? You can change shit on Wikipedia. He's always going on. I think it's my mate Deco. He's always going on to change some shit around. So I reckon it's him. Just to piss me off.
Oh yeah. So Irish and Brazilian are very similar this way, right? We do these kind of jokes with our friends a lot.
Yeah, we make fun. It means we love each other. That's what it means.
Okay, so so we have a question here asking if any comparisons made between you and Ed Sheeran bothers you.
Bothers me? No, I love Ed. Ed Sheeran's amazing. With Ed Sheeran, when I began my career, he really helped me out when I was like 21. He posted loads of stuff about me. He said like record labels, if you're not listening to Gavin James, please, you're making a mistake. He posted that and he brought me on tour. I love Ed Sheeran. I mean, the comparison wise, I don't really hear it too much. I just think we're both ginger and we both play guitar.
Yeah, I guess comparisons are references because
yeah, it makes sense. I mean, like I've heard loads of different ones. I heard like the one that like somebody says like there's a Chris Martin kind of twang in the voice as well, which I'm like because I love Coldplay too. So like
okay,
any of these comparisons, as long as I'm not being compared to a seagull, I don't care. Like 'cause I don't like the sound of seagulls. But anyway, that's it.
And I heard you guys have a lot in Dublin.
Oh my God, seriously, look outside right now.
Oh yeah, it's like pigeons here in São Paulo.
Dude, there's like 1,000 seagulls outside. It's fucking insane. But yeah, but anyway, we moved.
Okay, okay, awesome. And so, as you showed me the seagulls and a little bit of the view of Dublin, could you tell me how's like the Dublin vibe and Dublin itself brings to your music?
I mean, the thing about Dublin is like where I am right now, and this is my studio right now, but I'm above Temple Bar. So Temple Bar in Dublin is like where all the live music is, and where I began playing music was in Temple Bar when I was about 18, or so. That's where I began, and from there I learned how to sing. I learned how to play shows in front of people in a bar where they probably didn't want to listen to me. So I, it's a great place to grow up. It's like growing up in a musical, but there's loads of pints of Guinness everywhere, pretty much. Loads of pints of Guinness. And it's a musical. It really does affect your songwriting now, because there's a lot of people over here that write incredible songs. So you kind of have to keep up, I think, with how good people are over here sometimes.
Okay, great. So I guess this is the interview for Terra.
Sweet.
I'll stop the recording and we will begin the next one.